Figuring out Nintendo game timelines is like trying to get Earthbound re-released in America. It takes a while. Like, a long while. But while it may take some time, is the payoff really worth it? Knowing the events of the Pokemon universe could easily be changed with the newest game, or with a simple line of text. Being fully aware of that, let's dive into the theory today. Cue intro. Today's theory is over time, space, and dimension.
But Proto, you already covered a theory about Arceus. But Proto, you already talked about this. But Proto, you already covered Giratina.
Yes, that's right, wait a minute. You're not the comment section. Your voice isn't as neckbeardy or whiny. Who are you?
I am the beautiful Bidoof, here to spread joy around the world because everybody loves a good Bidoof here and then.
How did you get in here? Wait, let me check the script. Oh yeah, it's right here. This is a collab. Well, I suppose we should get to it then.
I took the liberty of researching all the facts and putting them together. I'll help you with the video since there is so much information to be said in such a short time.
Whatever you say, go ahead and begin, but please be aware, viewers, that this information was collected within game assets, movies, animes, and my own speculation as well.
Now, the Pokemon timeline is not well explained, but there are places that give information, like Generation 2 taking place 2 years after Generation 1.
In a vortex of complete chaos and nothingness, a single egg comes into being, which then hatches into Arceus, the first Pokemon in existence. Arceus then creates Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, giving them power over space, time, and dimension. Giratina, as punishment for its destructive nature, is sent by Arceus to live in the distortion world. Dialga and Palkia then succeed in creating the universe.
Mew is created as the first natural living inhabitant of the world, ancestor to all Pokemon. Arceus creates Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf, giving knowledge, emotion, and willpower to all living things that come into existence in the Pokemon world.
Kyogre is formed by the pressure in the deep sea trenches. Groudon is formed deep inside the earth, likely from hardened magma and earth, and Rayquaza is formed by the minerals of the ozone layer.
Heatran is formed in a pool of lava. Arceus creates the Adamant, Lustrous, and Greasorb before falling into a deep slumber.
We have all the information we need to know about the creation of the world and the start of Pokemon. Now we move along to humans first appearing. As many people know, it takes a great period of time for things to evolve. So much they lose their original traits. Fish becoming land-dwelling creatures, dinosaurs becoming birds, etc. As the world changes, so do the inhabitants. Magikarp mutate and become much weaker in strength due to nothing ever hunting them. They evolve a bony skeleton to protect them from predators like Kabutops and Aerodactyl.
At some point after the Iron Age, Regigigas is sealed away in the Snow Point Temple, and Regirock, Regice, and Regiseal are sealed away at various points across the Hoenn region after years of human worship. 3,000 years before Generation 6, the Kalos War occurs, the ultimate weapon was created underneath Geosinge Town, and AZ was given eternal life. Many Pokemon are near extinction. Years after these events, Relic Castle is constructed with a riding in the ruins of Alph. Xerneas sleeps and Yveltal waits to be awakened. Mr. Fuji and a team of researchers find the Mega Stones and takes them back to Kanto for research.
Now we move on to more well-documented history. Several hundreds of years before the events of Generation 1 and 2, the Brass and Bell Tower are constructed in Ecruteak City to house the Guardians Ho-Oh and Lugia. Spirit tombs are sealed away for their misdeeds 200 years later at the Hallowed Tower.
100 years later, Azalea Town in Johto is struck by a long-term drought. After bringing the rain back once again by yawning, Slowpoke gains an honorable position in that town. 100 years later, the Perfume Palace is built and ninjas learn the secret TM, Toxic.
Now we are getting into things that are much more familiar to everyone. 150 years later, the Brass Tower burns to the ground, killing 3 Pokemon inside. Lugia flees to the Whirl Islands, and Ho-Oh resurrects the 3 legendary beasts and flies off in search of a pure-hearted trainer. Shortly after, the first Poke League tournaments begin to take place. Oak encounters Celebi and time travels to the future, encountering Ash.
100 years before Generation 5, the warehouse of Nakreen City are constructed and Clank begin to appear in the Charged Stone Cave. 50 years before Generation 5, Elgin is seen for the first time when it appeared for far in the desert, and 40 years before Generation 3, Lunatone is seen for the first time in a crater.
1969's humans land on the moon. I wonder if they found Clefairies up there. A museum in Pewter City is later constructed showing this. 11 years before the events of Generation 1, Red is born, making the time period roughly 1981 to 1985, due to Red at the age of 11 seeing a Super Nintendo in Celadon City's department store being called new. Giovanni orders numerous expeditions to find Mew, sending Jesse's mother and several other trainers in search of the legendary Pokemon, along with another to find Celebi. Late 1980s, the St. Anne is constructed, and Silphco Pokemon scientists create the first artificial intelligence Pokemon, Porygon. The information age begins to take form, with advancements such as Pokemon centers, storage systems, and advanced computers being developed. Research begins on a new Pokemon known as Mewtwo. Giovanni funds the scientist and is a descendant of Mr. Fuji, Dr. Fuji.
A team of scientists discover a new Pokemon at the time, deep in the jungle of Guiana, South America on July 5th. They named the Pokemon Mew on July 10th.
Mewtwo, a clone of Mew, is born on February 6th. Mewtwo destroys the Pokemon Mansion and joins Giovanni, then leaves shortly after to the Cerulean Cave. Now we are back at Generation 1. 1996, Red begins his adventure.
That's not the end though, Proto. There is a lot more.
Yes, but this video is getting quite lengthy, and as much as I love a good history lesson, we did cover most of the events that occurred before current generations. So Pokemaniacs, if you want a summary of the events from Gen 1 all the way to Gen 6, make sure you leave a like, and let me know in the comments. As for Bidoof, I think we will be seeing him again. Let them know where to find more great Pokemon videos, Bidoof.
If you liked what I did in this video today, head on over to my YouTube channel, Beautiful Bidoof TV. I mean, if you didn't like it, you liked it. Everybody loves a damn Bidoof. I mean, it's probably in everybody's parties, right? What do you mean a Bidoof's not always in everybody's parties? What?
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go figure out where Missing No fits into all of this. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all again next time on Pokemon Theory. Thanks for watching my video, and please consider joining the Maverick Rebellion today. Together, my subscribers are more than just people. We are Mavericks who desire to change the gaming stereotypes and bring a better sense of community to YouTube. Individually, we can accomplish so much, but united, we can change how the world views gaming. Please consider joining our cause and subscribe today, and you'll be part of something bigger. You'll be part of an army, and part of a rebellion against injustice. Mavericks unite. I am Protomario, and I approve this message. Please note that in all my videos, if I use images from Google, that I do not own any of those images, and all images obtained from Google are owned by their respective owners and copyrights. So please remember this when watching my Pokemon theories. Thanks.
Hey, how do I get out of here? Does anybody know how I can get out of here? Like, I really don't know where I am anymore.